Have you ever sat in the audience while somebody else was giving a speech and thought, man, this is boring? Did it feel like that person was using their speech to talk at you rather than to you?
So many times. So that's why today we're going to be looking at a way that you can approach your speech topic to make sure that your audience stay interested in what you have to say. Hi there, I'm Eloise and welcome back to our Speak to Inspire series.
And I'm Annie. When presenting a speech, one of the most important things you can do is get your audience interested in what you have to say. And one of the best ways to do that is by relating your speech topics to your personal experiences.
People love telling stories and audiences love hearing them because they're easy to understand and they're relatable. Talking about a statistic or a textbook example, the audience will almost always zone out. There's nothing particularly interesting about numbers and stats that are commonly known. But tell a story about that one time you got lost at a school excursion at the zoo. Now they're listening to you.
For example, say I was giving a speech about why school uniforms were a good idea. I could give you a bunch of statistics about school uniforms, like how 73% of school teachers think that school uniforms are a good idea because they stop students from getting lost in big places. Or I could tell you about a time that I went to the zoo on a school excursion in mufti clothes. And I got so distracted by the elephants that by the time I turned around, my class had vanished. I had no idea where my class was, and because everybody at the zoo was in mufti clothes, my classmates didn't stand out from the crowd. Luckily, I eventually found my class, but it would have been so much easier if they'd been wearing school uniforms, because then they would have stood out from the crowd. That shows why school uniforms are a good idea and how they can stop students from getting lost in big places.
So as soon as you can connect a speech topic to something that has happened to you, your audience will be all ears. It's really easy to use a personal experience as an example in your speech. After all, you were there, so you already have all the information you need.
In that way, telling stories about things that have happened to you or to other people or that you've read about in books or movies adds energy and interest to your speech and helps you connect with your audience.
Your personal experience doesn't have to be a 100% perfect carbon copy of the one that's in your speech. It just has to relate. If your speech is about a journey, it doesn't matter if your journey goes to a different place or goes in a different way to the one that is in the main part of your speech. But the fact it's relatable is good enough.
Think as well about other things that your speech and your personal experience might have in common. Maybe they're both about the same emotion of love or sadness or jubilation. It could be a totally different experience that causes that emotion, but you can create a bridge between your speech and your experience that uses a common emotion and gets your audience from one side to the other.
So whether you're presenting a persuasive speech, a narrative speech, or a report, you can relate your topic to your own personal experiences to keep the audience interested in what you have to say.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye!